Welcome to Jacuzzi Time with Mikey Jacuzzi. I'm back. And no, I'm not in the jacuzzi, sorry. I'm sitting out in the parking lot of Mountaineer Casino. Decided to swing through here on my way home. Don't know why. This fucking place is a disaster. You never win any money here, you know. Played Keno for a while, didn't win shit. Played a couple slots, won a little bit of my money back, and I'm like, you know what, let me get something to eat and get the fuck out of here because I hate this place. I really do. So Mountaineer Casino, you got a big thumbs down from me. Anyway, the Elton John concert tonight was just freaking amazing. Man, he is so amazing on the piano. I cannot wait. I can't wait to post all those videos that I took tonight because it's just like, man, if I could play like that, or if I could play half as good as him, I mean, I'd be the man. You know, but damn. Yeah, so I'm like sitting in my truck in the parking lot, Mountaineer Casino, up in Chester, West Virginia. I'm looking at a place called the Harv, which is like this big, well, here, let me show it to you. Shit, I got my camera. I don't know if you guys can see that big place out there. Anyway, that's called the Harv. And every year they have this Chester Volunteer Fire Department, what's it called? It's Cash Bash, basically. And Friday night they have, you know, probably $150,000 in prizes. And then on Saturday they only sell 10,000 tickets to this place, so and they go pretty fast. So like once you get that mailer, if you don't send in your ticket request with it's $250 a piece, and I usually get 2 or 3. But anyway, they send you a number, you know, and that's your number for the drawing, and they raffle off hundreds of prizes, and like 6 of them are usually like SUVs, and then the very final drawing is $100,000 in cash. So I always get a couple of tickets and come up. Last year I didn't get to come up because I was in New York. But the year before, Haley and I came up, and we came up with one of my landowners. You know, he's just a real good guy, you know, love him to death. And last year I remember I tried to call him a couple weeks beforehand to see if he was coming up, and you know, I didn't get a hold of him, and I think I left him a voicemail. I'm sure I did, because I usually do leave people voicemails, but anyway, I left him a voicemail and I never heard back from him. So the day of the Saturday drawing, when I'm up in New York, I was like, well, shit, let me give him a call again and see if he's actually there, because you know, I had my tickets. You don't have to be present to win. So I think I had 3 tickets last year. And I called him up and no answer, so I left another voicemail. And then probably about a half hour later, his son calls me and told me that he passed away. And man, Ted Uwansky, that was his name, and everybody called him Ski. I called him Ski. You know, I always called him Mr. Uwansky, but you know, that's just how I am with people, calling Mr. and Mrs. And he was like, no, you have to call me Ski. So you know, from then on out, his name was Ski to me. And you know, coming up here and hanging out with him and some of his family, it was an awesome time. And then actually, I think it was maybe about a month or 2 beforehand, he invited me to this safari raffle, and it's kind of the same thing. You get a ticket, you can win prizes, and I mopped up that night. I must have won like 6 prizes just off my number, and he was like, man, I can't take you anywhere, you know, you win everything. And I'll never forget that. It was such a great time. And man, I tell you, when I found out he passed away last year, I was crushed, because I mean, this guy was just great. I mean, it's like one of those people that you don't talk to all the time, you just talk to every once in a while. And I've got a lot of landowners like that, that I'm still pretty close with, that, at least I can call them up anytime and they know who I am and stuff like that. And I don't know. His son called me and told me that he passed away, and it was like 2 months before then, and that was probably about the time I was trying to get a hold of him to see if he was coming up here to the Harv to go to the Cash Bash. And yeah. Anyway, Ski, if you're out there, brother, I miss you, man. Great guy. I fucking loved you to death. It was it was always fun talking with him and, hanging out with him, going up to his house and seeing him and stuff. And I don't know. I guess that just brought back my memory, since I'm up here sitting in the parking lot staring at it. So yeah, what else? Well, the concert. Oh my God. That was just great. I mean, even just being by myself, I didn't care, because I meet people, I talk to people. I'm usually pretty outgoing and stuff when I'm not depressed and in a bad mood. And honestly, today I wasn't. I made my post earlier, and I probably shouldn't have. I probably should have just let it go and not said shit and just, But I don't know. I guess I thought a little too hard about my situation, and it kind of got me upset. And then I said something that I absolutely regret. I do. I regret what I said in my last post. I said I would take my ex back in a minute, and that's not true. It's not. I guess sometimes when you're hurt and you're all wrapped up in the moment, you think, well, hell, maybe she's listening, maybe she'll hear it, and but if you're listening now, that's not the case anymore. For somebody to treat me the way that she did, no, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it anymore. And I thought about it, honest to God, the whole way up to Youngstown, other than, jamming to Elton, trying to get pumped up for the concert. I was like, getting excited and stuff. But I thought about that, and I was like, you know what? I wouldn't. Honest to God, I wouldn't get back with her right now. Number one, we have different principles. We have different philosophies. We have, So, I mean, I know she doesn't want me back. I know she doesn't give a flying fuck about me right now, but, that's how it is, and if she's watching and she wants to say differently, like she did the other day, I'll be like, denied, because you know what? You don't fucking block everybody. You don't block somebody on everything and then not reply back to their email or something, if you gave half a shit about them, So, yeah. That right there kind of made me even more pissed that I still hadn't got a response. And it's like, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck you. Fuck everything. I'm done. You had your chance. You lost it. I'm better than this. I'm so much better than this. I don't need somebody to destroy my mind and make me fucking want to kill myself. And, because that's just how I felt for weeks. Every week, every day of every week, from probably last time we saw each other was like February 29th, leap year. Yeah, leap year. Ever since that day, it was like, okay, this is going to be over with now, and there's never going to be anything back. When I dropped her off and just the way she hugged me and kissed me, I knew this was it. This was the end. But then a week later, actually, no, it was the 21st that I dropped her off. It was a week later that we went to see her sister and the baby. And she said I guilted her into making her take me, and that wasn't the case. I just, it's kind of upsetting that you grow attached to somebody's kids, and you want to keep in contact, and you want to still spend time with them. We were supposed to still be friends, so if we're still friends, what's the problem with me going and doing stuff with you and the kids? I guess if she would have been clear about, okay, I'm done way back when, then maybe I would have just tried to separate myself from the situation. But I mean, I didn't ask to go. She asked me after, I bitched. I'm like, that's when you start asking somebody something and say, oh, never mind, before I even have a chance to respond. It's like, what the fuck were you gonna say? Just say it, Don't start something and then not finish it. Just like a relationship. Don't fucking start something if you aren't gonna finish it. And if you are gonna finish it, make sure you finish it. And I've screwed up in my past. I've dated a couple of girls and then just kind of faded away from them, and without really saying, hey, it's over, done. I don't want anything to do with you. But she knew this. She knew of everything. And it's like, if you know that I learned from my mistakes, then why throw them on me like that? Why treat me the way you did? I don't understand it. I try to talk about things and you don't want to talk about them. You just want to fucking block me and be stupid. Be like a fucking child. Yeah, I'm just going to be honest now. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if she's watching or not, because you know what? The way I've been treated in the last 3 weeks, I shouldn't even want to get back with her. And honestly, I don't now. I don't. I think I finally realized. I think today was it. Yesterday I was feeling great and I was like, okay, I can move on. And then earlier today I kind of had my little lapse, and I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I was just kind of upset. But I'm not upset anymore. I'm not. I'm still pissed about the situation. Like, why did it have to go that way, The crazy thing is, like, Valentine's Day, I bought her some earrings, and I had her earrings and I had her necklace, because when I moved out, she made me take the necklace back, even though we were still trying to work on things. And that day I gave her the earrings and gave her the necklace back and a card and, a bear. And she was going to leave the bear and the card, and I was like, oh, I figured, because, she was still living with her ex, and like that might have been awkward. But then, I went to the bathroom right before we left, and I saw the earrings in the container, in the jewelry thing there on the table. And as I was coming out, they were gone. So I was like, okay, she got them. And I saw a blanket laying on the floor. And yeah, when I got home and picked up the blanket, the earrings were like buried inside of them. So it was like, wait a minute, they were not like this before. So, and I didn't find out until 2 or 3 days ago from her that she actually purposely put them in there to hide them so I wouldn't give them back to her, because she knew that it was going to end. But yet, for 2 more weeks, we still talked and saw each other. If you knew 2 weeks before, why in the fuck did I get strung along? Why? I mean, who does that? Who does that? I guess the world works in mysterious ways, and yeah, maybe I'm getting payback for, somebody that I talked to before, but I don't know. Fuck. It's I'm sitting here in the parking lot of a casino, just doing a fucking Mikey Jacuzzi post, because I want to get some things off my mind. Yeah, so, you know, I got a couple texts saying, you need to stop talking about me. No, I don't. I'm not even fucking halfway done, baby. Not even halfway done yet. You know, you want to fucking block me and not reply back to me and be a fucking bitch, then guess what? I'm going to say what's on my mind. I don't care. I don't hate her. I don't hate you at all. If you're watching, I don't at all. I mean, I still have love for you, and just not the kind of love that would want me to take you back. Or, I mean, I know you don't want me back. That's pretty fucking obvious. Pretty obviously, you know, you didn't give a shit about me. After I moved out, you didn't give a shit. You said you did. I got texts and messages, you know, you didn't want this to end. But yet you did, because you didn't fucking make it work. Because I tried everything to make it work. I said I was going to throw away the key. Guess what? I must have fucking found it. Because, I don't know, I'm ranting and raving right now. Got me all fired up. Right now. I'm so pissed. I still haven't got a fucking email back saying got it. If I just had that, just a fucking email saying I got it, then guess what? I'd probably be done talking about all this nonsense, because then I could be like, okay, then she read what I wrote and I can move on. But until that day, there's no closure. You kind of like, you know, when you string somebody along for 6 more weeks, 5 more weeks, and not tell them, hey, I don't want anything to do with you anymore. You know, there's no closure there. And it's like, I kept trying and texting and, you know. Yeah. I don't know. I guess I'm just getting paid back for, you know, how I've treated people in the past, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I know I'm not the best person in the world. I haven't treated everybody great, you know. I don't know. Try to treat everybody like they would want to treat me. And I think back to the girl I tried dating, like, right before my ex. And, you know, I knew it wasn't going to work pretty soon into the, you know, it wasn't a relationship, because I never asked her to, you know, be my girlfriend or anything. So it was just, you know, one of those things where you feel bad for somebody because they said they haven't had a Thanksgiving, so you invite them up to New York to your sisters and stuff like that. And, you know, I feel bad that, you know, she had a daughter that I kind of grew attached to. But then, you know, the last time I saw her, I was like, this is just so depressing. I can't do this. I don't want to even try, you know. I just thought, okay, well, we could be friends and stuff like that, you know. So I never officially ended anything, but we hadn't seen each other in 3 weeks. 3 fucking weeks we hadn't seen each other. And that's when I met Stephanie, and it was like, oh shit, did I say a name out loud? Sorry. Anyway, that's when I met somebody that I cared about a lot and fell in love with, more than I've ever felt in love with anybody in this whole freaking world. And yeah, I guess she ended up stirring up all kind of shit with my ex, and that was just ridiculous. Psychotic shit. Sending her messages like it was her fault that, you know, she hooked up with me before me and her had even broken up. Well, we hadn't even fucking met each other when she thought, you know, I was like going behind her back and seeing somebody else. There was no back to go behind. We weren't in a fucking relationship. We hadn't talked. We hadn't seen each other in 3 weeks. Every text message, you know, probably 6 text messages in 3 weeks was like, Hi. Hi. You know, you think at that point, somebody just realizes, okay, we're just going to be friends, and, you know, we'll just say hi every once in a while or whatever. But no, she thought we were in a relationship, and she wanted to tell my ex that, you know, all that stuff. And then she wanted to harass her for weeks, months, because it was clear into September she was still sending messages, and that's like fucking psychotic. Let it go. Let it go. If, you know, I didn't want to date you anymore, let it go. And I'm actually going to use that same philosophy on myself right now, because, you know, somebody doesn't want to date me, and, well, I mean, I really don't want to date them at this point anymore either. So, yeah, fucked up. My life is fucked up. Welcome to Mikey Jacuzzi's life. For everybody out there that doesn't know me, you are finally getting to know me. You know, what kind of guy he is. Well, I'm the kind of guy that'll stop at a casino at 1 o'clock in the morning on the way home from a concert, and then come out and just make a post. Just talk about what's on my mind. So, yeah, anyway. Yeah, there's so many different things that kind of show me that it's time to move on, and I just have to listen to myself. I have to stop my heart, number one, and use my mind, you know, because your mind tells you what you should do. Your heart fucking suckers you into shit. You know? I wonder how in the hell I felt so in love with somebody in such a short amount of time. I mean, you meet somebody one day, a couple days later you go to Vegas for 6 days. 5 days after you get back, you move in together. It's like one of those movies. You know, it's like, fuck, I'm glad she was probably never mind, I don't want to say this, but, you know, if she would have had a single status attached to her, we probably would have got married in Vegas. And then my life would be a wreck right now, even worse. Although maybe we would have tried harder. I don't know. Maybe she would have tried harder. I got to say that. I got to say she, because I tried hard. I was still trying hard up until about 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, when she started blocking me, I'm like, okay, I'll just let her text me whenever she wants. And then she would, and then I would be like, my heart would melt again. And now I just hope I never hear from her again. As much as I hate to say that about people, because, you know, it's like when you grow attached to somebody and their kids, it's like you want to see how they're doing, you know. And then she gets mad and thinks that I'm stalking her because I look at her page. Well, fuck, I still care about her, and I still care about the kids, so of course I'm going to get on the page. And then she'll block me from the page and think that, okay, well, he can't see shit. But I can, because, you know, there's plenty of programs out there that can let you in to see whatever you want to see. So, you know, if I can block me, whatever, I don't give a shit. If that makes you feel better at night when you go to sleep, good for you. But there's always a way in. And I will always see if I want to. So, I don't know. Call it stalkerish. I don't think it's like that, because it's not like I'm trying to contact her. It's not like I'm trying to see her or go, you know, hang out where she's hanging out at, you know. That's not the case at all, because I just want to see pictures and see how everybody's doing, because I'm a caring person. If that makes me a bad guy in her eyes, well, then she's fucked up, not me, because I wouldn't hurt a soul. And the crazy thing is, I get a message from her saying, well, if something happens to me, people from work know about you. Really? Really? Like, I'm that kind of person that would, like, go harm somebody. Are you fucking nuts? Seriously? No. I mean, that right there kind of showed me that this girl is not for me at all, because for anybody to think that I would hurt a soul is out of their mind, because I would, you know, and I even said this in my email. I said I would take my own life before I would hurt somebody else's. And I would jump in front of a moving train to push away my worst enemy and save their life if it meant losing mine. That's just how I am. Because you know what? God will take care of me in the end. That's all I've got. I've got God, and He will guide me. And I make mistakes in life, I know. And I ask for forgiveness all the time. And I pray a lot. You know, I'm no good guy by my mind, I don't think, you know. I try to be caring and loving and helpful and do whatever I can for somebody. So I don't know, I'm not going to make myself out to be a great guy, because I've got my issues, you know, especially when it comes to certain things. You know, when people piss me off, then I'll say whatever is on my mind, and I don't know. Crazy. You know. And the only reason I'm saying this is because the very day after I made my first post, and she said she was sorry for hurting me, then she wanted to rant and rave about how it was embarrassing to her, and then she said she never talked bad about me. Well, if you've never talked bad about me, then why do people at work think that if something happens to you, I'm the first one to look at? Seriously? Are you fucking kidding me? That blew my mind. That blew my mind. Absolutely. Who in the fuck thinks like that about somebody? Really? Just because I stalk a page, I look at her page, and oh, I'm fucking real. And you know, there was one time where I went up to Ohio, and I was like, hey, you want to get together for dinner tonight? Because I'll be passing through Cambridge about the same time. And she said, no, I had a rough day. I'm going to the Y. And this is like when we're supposed to try to be working together to make things right. No, I don't want to see you. I want to go to the Y. Seriously? You know how bad I felt that day? I was like, this fucking girl doesn't want to see me because she'd rather go work out to the Y. So anyway, I get up there, and then the notary was an hour late, so I'm sitting in a Sheetz parking lot for a freaking hour, waiting, and she finally shows up, and we get everything done, and then I'm driving home, and I'm going through Cambridge about the time that I knew she'd be getting done. So I looked up the Y, and I was like, let me just stop by and see her, you know, when she comes out. So I went over and parked and waited for her to come out, and she came out, and she had her kids with her, and that, you know, I was kind of glad because I got to see the kids, and her daughter just comes up and grabs my hand right away, and her son, I think he likes me pretty well too. But anyway, she's just like, the first thing out of her mouth was, wow, this is creepy. Really? You said you were having a rough day, and I wanted to come surprise you. I wanted to surprise you and make your day better. I thought seeing me would make it better. There's no other intention there but trying to make you feel better. But yet, it was creepy. So, anyway, all these things piling up, adding up, and this is why Mikey Jacuzzi will never get back with his ex. Yep. There, I officially said it. And I mean, yeah, after, you know, if somebody happens to watch this, then yeah, she'll be pissed and she'll never want to get back with me, but I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck anymore. Act like a child and block me and not try to be a friend to me, and stuff like that after everything we've been through, and then get mad at me every time I say shit. It's like, instead of talking things out, let's, So yeah, I want to say what's on my mind tonight. I don't care if you like it or not. And by the way, Mom, I just saw your post when I got out here, and I was cracking up. And the funny thing was, like, on my way up to Youngstown, I was like, yes, I made a mistake when I said I would take her back in a minute, because I wouldn't. The more I think about it, hell no, I wouldn't. Want nothing to do with her. I mean, I did. I wanted to be a friend, but after all this, after thinking about how much pain that I've been in through in the last, today's the 22nd, so at least one exact month, but it was more than that, because she said she knew on Valentine's Day. Well, that's like 6 weeks. Okay, minus the last 2, because we hadn't really talked in the last 2. So 4 weeks. I tried and tried and tried and thought that maybe there was still a chance, but I don't know, there wasn't. So I had 4 more weeks of hurt, of wondering why I don't hear from her, why she doesn't text me as much, why she doesn't call me as much. But then one day she will. One day she'll call me in the morning on the way to work. And then that night she'll text me goodnight, and I didn't even ask. So I thought, okay, well, maybe she still does have feelings. And then I guess not. So anyway, God, this is 32 minutes now on this post, and I'm like, I gotta get home. It's getting late. So yeah, Mikey Jacuzzi coming to you live from Mountaineer Casino. Although this really isn't going to be live by the time you guys watch it, because it's going to take 40 minutes to upload, and I'm not going to get home for another hour and 20 minutes. So yeah, it'll be 3 o'clock in the morning before I even get home. But then I'll start uploading it. So hopefully by morning, if I don't fall asleep trying to post it, then you guys will get to see another Mikey Jacuzzi post. Oh, fuck. This has been one heck of a night. Elton John. I guess that's why they call it the blues. I heard that song and I was like, you're right. I still hurt. Even though I shouldn't. I do. Because that's just me. That's just who I am. Loving and caring person that wonders why it had to go like that. I don't know. I guess, like I said, it's karma. Karma coming back to me from something from before. Hell, who knows? Yeah. I don't know. Pissed me off. So you need to stop talking about me. Nope. I'd stop talking about you if you'd fucking treat me half decent, instead of blocking me on everything and acting like you want nothing to do with me. When I'm pissed, because of that, then I'm going to say what's on my mind, and I don't care what you think. It'd be different if we were still trying to be friends and, I would be a lot more cautious. I mean, if you would have read the email that I wrote, everything in an email was everything that I had a problem with. And, I'm sure after reading that, it was like, fuck you, Mike. I'm like, well, if that's how you feel, keep me blocked, whatever. Don't fucking text me and say you need to stop talking about me, because guess what? It's just going to fuel my fire and make me want to talk more. When somebody pisses me off, I'm going to come back at them. Not that I'm trying to hurt anybody's life or anything, you know, I'm just saying what's on my mind, and I'm not going to sit here and talk bad because, you know, there were some really wonderful moments, and, you know, she is a great mother, and she was a great friend for a while, and I'm not going to talk bad, I'm not going to hate, but I am going to talk about the shit that went down, and I'm going to be honest. You know, don't hate me for my honesty. Don't get mad because I'm talking about it. I have nobody else to talk to because you won't fucking talk to me. So guess what? I'm going to talk to my fucking fans on Mikey Jacuzzi. Like it or not. And I'm going to listen to my family from now on. And my friends that think I'm fucking crazy for moving in with somebody after a week and a half. Yeah. That was a mistake. Big time. Big time. You just need longer. You need more time to get to know somebody fully. You know. Although, like, the first couple weeks were, I thought, pretty. I mean, what was it? 3 weeks? Lived with somebody for 3 weeks, and everything for the most part was pretty good. It was an adjustment for me trying to, you know, okay, I'd wake up at 5 in the morning when you have to get up and get the kids ready for work or school, and it's like, what do you want me to do? So I made the coffee. I'd go brush off the windows if it snowed. I didn't know what the fuck to do. I asked many times, what do you want me to do? And you wouldn't say. And then you want to come back later and say, I wasn't good with your kids. That's such fucking horse shit. Such horse shit, because those kids adore me. You can say what you want, those fucking kids adore me, because they do. Can't deny that. Say whatever you want about me not being good with them, but they loved me. I loved them. I would have done anything for them. And now I get nothing. I don't get to see them. I don't get nothing. So yeah, that hurts. That fucking hurts. But that's life, I guess. Life is painful at times, and then you get over it. You know. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get over it. Anybody out there that's going through a hard time, or you know, somebody wronged them in their life, you know what? Get over it. Move on with your own life. Stop worrying about somebody else's. Move on with your own life, because that's the only way you're going to be happy. Trust me, I know, because I've been miserable for weeks worrying about somebody else's life with me, and I should have just worried about my own life and said, you know what, I'm going to go do me and make myself happy, instead of miserable for weeks trying to make something work that wasn't going to work. I don't know. I still love the girl a lot, but I know it would never work. It would never work. I know she doesn't want it to anymore, but even if she wanted to make it work, it would take a hell of a lot to sucker me back in. Not sucker me back in, I guess. It would take a hell of a lot for for me to want to dive right back in, because I think about everything that has happened, and it's best for me just to continue my own journey. And if one day out of the blue she calls and wants to talk and wants to meet, that's what I wanted to do. I just wanted to fucking meet, instead of all these text messages and fucking, that's all it was, text messages and blocking on Facebook and Instagram. Why can't we just sit down and have dinner? Because you know what? Every time you're with me, everything is I've got that effect on people. I know. And yeah, I'm not bragging at all, but it's the truth. I had that effect on her. When we were together, it was magic. And she had an effect on me too. So I'm to blame, but then again, I was always all in. When somebody's not all in, they don't want to see that person that's going to bring them back in. And I guess that's why I got ignored and avoided and didn't want to see me, instead of just coming right out and say, you know what, this is it. This is done. Nah, fuck, I don't know. I'm tired. It is way too early in the morning, late at night, whatever you want to call it. I gotta pee. A few too many beers tonight. That was one of the reasons why I decided, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna come to the casino and chill out for a while. Yeah, I got an hour and 20-minute drive or whatever home, and I gotta pee, and I'm not going back inside, so I'm just gonna have to hit the first gas station, I guess. Alright guys, well, tomorrow's Wednesday. Well, today, I guess. Some people say tomorrow is when you wake up. Guys like me that don't sleep much, every day just runs together. So, yeah. I will see you guys on Wednesday, March 23rd. Happy birthday to my baby sister. I love you, Sharon. I miss you guys. As soon as I get back from San Diego, I think I might come up for a couple of days. So I hope you're watching. You better be watching. Better be subscribing and liking all my shit, because today I just finally decided to start inviting people, because 8 people have liked my page in 3 days. Seriously? Do you guys not give a fuck about me? I'm trying to make myself famous. I need some help here. The more people I get, So, anyway, I'm going to do this. I am going to do this. My goal, by Saturday when I leave for San Diego, I want to have at least 100 subscribers. 100 people liking my page. And I'm going to market myself. I'm going to do whatever I can, but I'm going to be the next YouTube man. I'm telling you. I don't care what anybody thinks. And then people will be flocking to me. I won't have to go chase after women. They'll be coming to me. They're like, man. Oh, shit. I love my life. I do. As much as I hate it at times, I fucking love it at times. Like, who goes through this much shit? Seriously. But I do. I love my life. Even if I haven't worked, like, I'm still making money. I still have just about the same amount of money I had in the bank in January when I moved out. So yeah, I've won a good bit of money. That's what my casino trip's for. And I've worked here and there. I don't need to work a lot of days to make myself survive in McMeckin. But I did I heard about a couple opportunities coming up. One may be in Maryland, so I volunteered. I said, as soon as I get back from San Diego, if I'm ready to go wherever. So I'm sorry, family. I'm not going to be around much longer, because if nothing opens up here, I am moving, because I want to get back to making fucking good money like I was before I stopped working. Because, I want to do whatever I want to do, and I want to go on trips and buy whatever I want whenever I want and not have to worry about money. So once I get back to work, that will be the case, other than worrying about, taxes and paying off my credit card debt, which is climbing, but it's nothing I can't handle. I mean, I work for 3 months. 3 months I could pay off all my credit cards. That's not much at all. I just need to focus. Focus. If you guys ever seen American Wedding, when Stifler's fucking the grandma, she's like, focus. Which reminds me, when I was at the Blake Shelton concert the other night, I got a picture with lookalike. She was Stifler's mom from American Pie, and I told my niece, I said, I got to go over here and get a picture, and she was like, I don't know you. And I was like, that's fine, I don't care, I'm doing this for me, So I walked over and I was like, can I get a picture with you? And her friend that was sitting next to her starts busting out laughing. She's like, I know what this is about. And I was like, this is Stifler's mom. Oh, she was cracking up, I was cracking up, and the woman that I was getting a picture with was like, I don't see it. Fuck, I do. Trust me, I watched American Pie, every American Pie probably at least 100 times. American Wedding I probably watched 200 times, because that was my favorite. So anyway, yes, I'm crazy. So I don't know, I might even have to delete some of this and edit it down. I don't know what I want to say. I don't like talking about what happened with me and the ex, but it'd be different if we still had contact and she didn't act this way. But because of that, I'm like, I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm going to open it all up. Yeah, it was my fault that I moved out. It was my fault that I left when you weren't there, and it was my fault that I didn't come back and talk to you. You know what? But I lived with that regret every second of every day since, and I tried to make it up. I tried. I failed. But I'm not going to fail at this game called life, because you know what? I'm going to keep spinning the wheel, and I'm going to keep going. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in yet again. I'm sorry this one's so long. This is, we're pushing 49 minutes, and I usually don't want to talk that long, but I got a lot off my mind tonight. So you might have to pause it and come back and watch it later. Sorry. But I do love you guys, and I hope you'll pass my page forward. Please like my page, subscribe to my page. I really need to get 100 users by the time I leave for San Diego. That's my goal. I need 100 likes on Facebook or 100 subscribers on YouTube. It doesn't matter which one, just let's make it happen. So please share it with your friends, your family. They just want to see a regular guy talk about his life, his fucked up life, and be 100% real and be 100% honest, and sometimes maybe a little comical. Then I'm your man. So, all right, guys, I love you. Peace out. I will see you tomorrow.